Hello and welcome back to the mini-series where I'm testing all of the best hotel options around Stansted Airport. One of the busiest in the UK, serving 30 million passengers a year. Last week, or I should say last night really, I stayed at the Radisson Blu, which had a surprisingly low TripAdvisor score. But today, I am here at the Novotel, which despite being one of the furthest ones away from the airport, is actually one of the highest rated. So I'm excited to try this one, so let's head on inside and check it out. Here we are, let's head in. I don't want to give too much away by looking around straight away. Okay, here we go. Right, we'll come to the bathroom in a minute. Let's have a look at the main room. Oh, I tell you what, this is pretty damn nice. That's bloody lovely.
That is bloody lovely.
Let me get this coat off and then we'll have a proper look around. I don't know where to hang my coat. I'm not seeing, I mean, look at the size of that. That is incredibly impressive. Although, oh, and a plug socket right next to it. You know what I'll be doing. That was, you know, watching Netflix and stuff, all right? I realised straight after I said that, sounded a little bit dodgy. All right, this looks like it's going to be the cupboard. There it is. Not as much hanging space as the Radisson Blu had, but still pretty decent. And look at that. Just as I thought, ironing board and iron straight in the room, which I love. I mean, I don't actually need it at the moment because I'm wearing jumpers and stuff, but it's important, I think, for an airport hotel to provide that. Now, one thing to note is that all of these hotels around here seem to always charge for parking, which I didn't know that was the case, which was a big surprise at the Radisson. Not so much of a big surprise here. It was £15 for the night, which isn't awful, especially when you consider the Radisson's price was double that just for parking, which I thought was a bit, you know, a bit much. Although that was really, really close to the airport. Here, we are a bus ride away. All right, it is about a 5-minute or so drive down the road. So you're still pretty close, but yeah, you're gonna have to get a bus. All right, let's continue looking around the room. I mean, I'm still really impressed with the size of that TV. I mean, I don't know if the camera is doing it justice. That's like, gotta be a 60-inch TV. It's pretty big, maybe even 65. I mean, we've got a 55-inch in our lounge at home, so it's bigger than that. You get a nice little luggage space there and a desk and a chair there. I don't know what this is. It looks like a kid has been playing with crayons or some shit. Let's have a look at the view. I mean, not really too much to look at, but it's nice to see some green, I suppose. And then you have the bed itself, which is looking very, very clean. But there's only one thing to do to check how comfortable it is. A little squeak there, did you notice that? I don't know if you did actually, because I jumped forward, so the microphone probably made a loud noise. Hang on, let me try on my back and see if I can recreate the squeak.
Did you hear that squeak?
I can't recreate the squeak.
I mean, there is some creaking going on, but overall, it's not too bad.
I can't recreate the squeak.
And I tell you what, that's got to be a memory foam mattress. You should see, hang on, let me see if I can, I'm not sure if the camera will actually pick it up, but look how long it takes to rise back up. See, very, very slow. And there it is. I have no idea if that actually came out all right or not, but anyway, let's put you down there actually. A pretty comfortable bed, although it feels, personally, I'm not actually the biggest fan of memory foam. I can see the appeal, but for me, it might be actually a little bit too soft, you know? I do like a little bit of firmness with my beds. And I mean, this pillow, I don't know what the hell kind of pillow this is supposed to be, but it literally like folds in half and it's got like a big crease in the middle there. Is that supposed to be like that? Or is that just, let me shake it. No, I think it is supposed to be like that. It's like a 2-in-1 pillow. Bit strange. But this one, I assume, is the one that I'm actually going to sleep on. And yeah, a little bit soft again. I do like it a bit firmer. Maybe I'll have to double up and use the other one. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on this bed yet, but beds are personal preference. I can see why someone would enjoy this, especially if you like things on the softer side. The mattress is soft, the pillows are soft, maybe too soft for my liking. But I'll be able to tell you more on how the bed is in the morning. This is quite interesting, isn't it? I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be, really. Is this just like a reflection of the moon? I don't really know. Can someone that's like into art maybe tell me what this is actually supposed to be? I mean, I like the colours. The colours go well with the wood. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what it means. All right, so you've got your drinks side here. Nice that they leave you a couple of glasses. That is one thing that I didn't even notice whether they had in the Radisson. And a fridge, which is it? Oh, yeah. It's plugged in. It's a little chilly in there, which is good. I don't actually have anything to put in it, but I should have really. I'm actually quite thirsty. And then here you just have, oh, they use birch hall tea. Okay, I don't think I've actually tried that before, so that'll be interesting. I'll give that a go in the morning. And then a kettle, which is nice and clean. Looks pretty new. You can actually scan here as well to look at the menu. I am actually booked in for 6 o'clock, so I will be eating here as well. So hopefully that goes very well. And the price includes breakfast. We'll come on to the price in a second once I've done the whole room tour. Around the corner, you've got your thermostat, which I don't know how to turn on. Okay. Maybe it has to go the other way. Ah! Now we have lights. I put the thing in the wrong way around. Smart as ever. Absolute genius, this man. Oh, I can hear it firing up. So yeah, I'll just put it to 20. Nice room temperature. Full length mirror to check out your outfits. I mean, stylish. Okay, so this is quite nice. Look at this. I mean, it's quite small. Like, you open the door and you haven't got that much room, but when it's closed, that's not too bad, is it? I actually quite like the styling. I like this grey tiling and the black marble as well. It's very nicely done. And the shower from the outside looks pretty big. Let's see how it is. I mean, it's quite narrow, but hang on, let me see. Let me put you down. I mean, it is, yeah, that's, I don't know why you'd be doing this in the shower, but yeah, it's all right. It's very long, but yeah, not very wide. But then they couldn't really make it too much wider because the toilet's there. So, shower head, yeah. It's got a little bit of limescale on it. Look, I'll show you. See, you see what I mean? Bits of limescale, not perfectly clean, but honestly, it's clean enough for me personally. And then you've got some Rituals shower gel and shampoo. Very nice. So that is the room of the Novotel, and I am quite happy with it, to be honest. Like I say, not 100% on the bed, but we'll see how I sleep in the morning. Now, like I said, the price does include breakfast, and the price that I paid was £99, so 100 quid. Which for a 4-star hotels with fantastic review scores, I might be getting myself a little bargain here. Of course, I have to add on the parking charge and whatever I spend at dinner, but it's definitely going to be cheaper than the Radisson, that's for sure. So I'm going to take a little walk around the hotel, check out some of the facilities and see what it has to offer. I don't actually know what it has to offer. I do have my swimming trunks in case there is a swimming pool, but I'm not actually sure if there is. I can't remember. Hopefully there is, because I've got quite a lot of time to kill. So let's go take a look around. All right, so I've been walking around for a while now, and the only thing that I found really is the gym over there. Look, it's literally right there. I mean, I don't want to go in because there are people in there and I don't want to, like, you know, disturb people's workouts. But here's a quick picture of it, so then you can at least see what it looks like. It actually looks pretty well equipped for a fairly small room. There are also, you know, a couple of nice little seating areas, kind of like this one that I'm sat at now. And then other than that, you basically just have the bar and that's it, which does look quite nice, and I'm actually looking forward to eating in there in a couple hours. But for now, I suppose I'll probably just head back to the room and crack on with some editing or something. Sorry about that, not too exciting for this one, no swimming pools or anything like that. Although, to be fair, in the Radisson, I couldn't film in there anyway because of, you know, children. The hallways are pretty basic, to be honest, although the only thing that does stand out is the colour of the doors. I'm still not sure about that, to be honest. But so yeah, got my laptop right there, got YouTube on the screen, just gonna do that basically for the next couple of hours until dinner's. So I'll see you there. The restaurant area has a welcoming design and is fairly small with around 20 to 30 tables. I opted for the king prawns to start, which were just battered with sweet chili sauce. Nothing too special, but they were as good as I expected. Maybe even slightly better. The main, I went for the Novotel Ranch Burger, which was bigger than what I thought it was going to be. I dived straight in and it was fantastic. A bit messy and slippery, but very, very tasty indeed. In a short space of time, I was on my last bite, and I headed back to the plate to try and tackle the rest, but I struggled after that big burger. Alright, that's dinner done. And if you can't tell, I'm a little bit exhausted actually from eating that massive burger. It was, I don't know if the camera done it much justice, but it was big. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really good, so dinner is a great success. And it cost me £36, which brings the total cost, if I don't spend anything more, to £150 for one night. Which, when you think that that's breakfast and dinner included, that's not that bad. And I also found out that they run their own shuttle service to the airport, so you don't even have to get the bus yourself. It'll pick you up right outside and take you to the terminal. Alright, so I'm just gonna relax now and actually use the room how it's supposed to be used, I suppose. And I'm gonna watch some TV and yeah, just chill out. So I'll see you guys in the morning for breakfast. Oh God, I don't even want to think about eating right now. Alright, see you in the morning. Oh, good morning. Now, I had a bit of a scare this morning. Well, maybe not so much me, but the maid came in. Well, she tried to come in whilst I was drying myself. I was literally naked, drying myself. Luckily, I was doing it round here. But imagine if I was doing it like there. She just would have had full arse in her face. Which, you know, that might be some people's cup of tea in the morning, but it wouldn't be very pleasant for her, that's for sure. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what are you... Checkout time isn't until like 11. Why are you even going into the rooms yet? I wasn't expecting it. I just started to hear the door open and I was like, is someone coming into the room? So I peered my head around the corner here and, you know, I had to warn her, unless you want to see what a real man looks like, I would suggest you leave. No, obviously I didn't say that. I peered my head round and she basically shat herself and left anyway. But yeah, a bit of excitement for the morning. The bed is exactly how I thought it would be. A bit too soft in places. Wasn't really for me. Don't get me wrong, I've still slept and I feel fairly well rested. But once again, that is just personal preference, so you might be alright. And then the shower this morning, the water pressure just wasn't really that good. Well, it wasn't good for the big shower head, which I prefer to use, but it was all right for the little one. But that's it really for the room. All we got to do now is head to breakfast. I'm going to drink this tea and then head over there. And hopefully that's as good as dinner was, because I really enjoyed dinner last night. Breakfast then, served in the bar area as seen before. The cooked breakfast had some pancakes and some hashy boys, which is a great start. But then the scrambled egg, that looked a bit sloppy, and that was followed by the other usual suspects. Into the second room, you have a pastry stand, fruits and yogurts, cold meats and cheeses. Oh, and some unlabelled juices. But here is my first plate, a small taster of the cooked section, including the slop. The fried egg was still runny and tasted great with the other food on the plate. The hash brown surprisingly kept its crunch even after being left in those pot things. And the slop, well, it wasn't very nice and it tasted way too creamy for my personal liking. On to seconds, it would be rude not to try the pancake. I've got some maple syrup on there, but it was just okay. The croissant though, that was still crispy and fresh. So that was breakfast, nothing too amazing or too groundbreaking there. It was just pretty decent, to be honest. Not too much that I have to say about it. It was just good. So that's the Novotel. I liked the room. I think it's designed well. Shame about the bed and the shower. They're not to my taste. TV though, amazing. The Wi-Fi wasn't too bad either. Breakfast was good. Dinner was good. £150 spent. I don't think that that's too bad value for money, especially when they're providing their own shuttle service to the airport. But how will it compare to the other competitors here at Stansted Airport? Well, we're going to find out over the next couple of weeks, so stick around. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you could like and subscribe as well, that would be really good. I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, see you next time.